Had actually a really good night's sleep, and we are organized and ready for our day. And here goes day 2. So we're gonna go find some coffee and some breakfast, light breakfast this morning, hopefully, and that's the plan.
I'm excited because they have an espresso in the room. So the Radisson Blue is very nice. I love just the cars.
The cars?
Yeah, the black cabs and the double-decker buses.
Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Doom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Doom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Welcome everyone to Hammond's Landing. My name is Kevin,
And I'm Veronica.
and this is our travel channel.
Had a little breakfast, very reasonable here in London. I can't wait because I need my coffee.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So after our breakfast at Costa Coffee, we walked to the Tottenham Court tube station. We took the tubes from the Tottenham Court station to the Bank Street station. So the Bank Street station is very close to Kensington Palace and Hyde Park. So we exited the tubes. Now it's kind of a little bit of a rainy day, not really raining, but kind of misty. I was wearing my rain jacket, which was nice. And we stayed dry. I think Veronica had hers on as well. So we walk down the street, we find the gate into Hyde Park. And as you kind of go through the gate to Hyde Park, it's a beautiful park. There's a line of bicycles lined up inside the gate.
Out ready to rent some of these electric bikes and go
These aren't electric. These are. So
Okay, and go through a ride in the park.
now there's bicycles all over London. You can rent bicycles all over the place, and it's a very popular way for people to get around London. Figure out how to get the bikes all rented, and we get all that done, get ourselves situated. Now we hadn't ridden bikes in a while, so it took a little getting used to get back on a bike again. But you know, once you fall off, which I did once. But anyways, you kind of figure out what you're doing, and so we rode all the way across Hyde Park to the other side of the park, and then we came back and rode down by the duck pond.
There's a big pond with swans and geese, and ducks, and baby geese. They're so cute. Look how many there.
From that point, we walked back over to the entrance to Kensington Palace to get ready for our tour.
So we started this part of our Kensington Palace tour. This tour was pretty special on a personal level because they had many images of Princess Diana and all of these jewels that she wore and other people in the royal family wore. So I liked it. I don't know if it's like, you know, one of the best tours we had here in London. It's something that's nostalgic for me, but maybe not for everybody. They had some of her dresses, beautiful preservation of her wedding dress. So those were things that we saw. And from there, we found this incredible miniature version of the palace.
You don't really even have to enter the palace to enjoy the gardens. They're free to visit. Kensington Palace, they recommend allowing about 2 to 3 hours for the full experience. We didn't take that long. We just took a couple of hours. And then you can do afternoon tea at the Orangery. You have a lot of different options. You can rush through Kensington Palace, but There's a lot of royal history there if you want to take your time.
These dresses had side bustles so wide the women looked like they were carrying invisible end tables under their skirts. And just when we thought we'd reached the end of the royal experience, the palace guided us through the true final throne room, the gift shop, which is at the end of every tour that we've been on.
We found some really cute things there. We always buy magnets for our fridge and Christmas ornaments, so we did the same here.
I really wanted to ride a black cab, so we went like proper London tourists, and we got into one of the city's famous black cabs. They look modern now, so they don't look like, they're really old cars or anything like that, but they have a lot of space. They have a lot of space for, if you're ever going to ask for a black cab and you think there won't be space for your luggage, they're quite spacious, and they can fit like 6 or 7 people inside. So we hailed the London taxi, and the for hire light was on. And despite the nickname, the black cab doesn't actually have to be black, but ours was. The fares are metered and regulated, and the drivers accept cards and contactless payment. So everything in London, like we said, was tap to pay. So the black cab was tap to pay as well. So we didn't need to have British pounds. So the cab let us off in a place where we could have a quick lunch. The lunch wasn't anything to write home about. But after lunch, we made our way to Westminster Abbey.
To get there, we've decided we're going to take a new form of transportation in London. We're going to take one of the double-decker buses. So we walk to the bus stop, which is not far from the Kensington Palace tour, and exit. And then we find the bus stop, and we figure out which bus we're supposed to be on. The buses are numbered, so we're looking for, I don't know, bus 36 is what we were looking for. And so we wait for bus 36 to come along, and then we get on the bus, and now we're headed off to Westminster Abbey. And here we are 10 minutes or so into the trip, and I started looking at my phone and just trying to figure out how the bus is going to get there and whatever. And I'm like, we seem to be going farther and farther away from Westminster Abbey. And then I realized, oops, we're on the right bus, but going the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
What's unique in London is that there's a limit on how much you have to pay for some forms of public transportation. The tubes and the buses are grouped together. Okay, so that if you stay within, London is then divided up into 3 different zones. Zone 1 is kind of the downtown area where all of the tours are, and all of the things to see tend to be. Zone 2 is a little farther out, and Zone 3 goes all the way out and includes the airport. But if you stay within Zone 1, you will not pay for your transportation, including the tubes and the buses, more than about £8-something a day, which is very reasonable. So you can do a lot of travel and a lot of running around on the public transportation in the downtown area for only £8. Now it's 8-something, but anyways, now the key thing for that though is that you're using a credit card to tap in and out of the tubes or tap into a bus, and so you have to use the same form of payment the same way, so tap to pay with the same credit card every time you use it on a given day, in order for the system to register that it's you who's doing it over and over again. So that's how their computer keeps track of it all, and it only charges you at the end of the day for however much you used at the maximum of what the zone is that you were in. So that's pretty unique and a unique way to get there. So we did finally arrive at Westminster Abbey in time for our tour, and we had then we headed out on our tour.
Here we are. We're approaching Westminster Abbey. We're going to be touring it at like 2:30, like an hour from now. Here's Kevin.
Hello.
We entered Westminster, and then Parliament Square was there, Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament, and finally there was Westminster Abbey. It's a great part of London to explore on foot. You want to prevent one very common tourist mistake. Westminster Abbey and Westminster Cathedral are not the same place. So Westminster Abbey is not technically a cathedral. It's not a cathedral at all. It's a royal church with more than 1,000 years of history, and every coronation since 1066 has taken place here. So much of the building is Gothic, and it was begun under King Henry III in 1245. So some of the major highlights include the coronation chair, and it's used for coronations more than 700 years. The tomb of the 17 monarchs is here. The Poets' Corner, where more than 100 writers are buried or remembered. This includes like Shakespeare, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, the Bronte sisters. I mean, it's pretty incredible, all the people that are buried here.
So we finished our tour of Westminster Abbey. We've got dinner reservations this evening. We've got some time, a little bit of time, but not a lot of time. So we decided to head back to our hotel, and we decided to take the easy route, and we just ordered an Uber. Now, the Uber is great. It pulled right up there by where we got out of the tour from our tour of Westminster Abbey. We hopped in, took a ride back to the hotel. They dropped us off at the front door. We went in and to relax a little bit, refresh, and get ready for dinner. So after getting all cleaned up and so forth, from there we headed back downstairs, ordered another Uber, and went off to dinner at the Ivy. Now, the Ivy's a chain restaurant, fine dining, several locations in London and other places around the world. I think we went to what was the original location on West Street in London, in a very unique building, because the building's kind of pie-shaped, so it comes to a point at one end. And then we go in the restaurant. We got our reservation. They get us seated right away. The restaurant's beautiful, white white linen tablecloths, and as I said, the building's kind of uniquely shaped, and so there's a lot of velvet and just a dark wood, as well as a lot of glass and crystal decorating the space. The bar is right there. We're sitting kind of very close to the bar, and the bar is right there, so it's also pie-shaped like the building and just kind of beautiful. So we ordered some drinks and have some dinner. I had a steak and some truffle fries, and Veronica had a shepherd's pie and some peas. Stayed very traditionally British. And then from there, we had a very enjoyable dinner. The food was good, and we certainly didn't go away hungry. So from there, we then, after a nice, beautiful experience and for a sit-down dinner in London, we headed back outside, caught our Uber back to the hotel, and relaxed for the rest of the evening in the hotel room. Kind of just relaxed and got a good night's sleep and got ready for day 3.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.